all 7 dimensions explained in detail. A mindfuck video, let's watch this. Probably too dumb to understand anything in this video.
One dimension has vanished from reality. Depth. Your body has become absolutely flat. You can't turn around, and your blood has stopped flowing because your veins no longer have volume. But these are minor details compared to what awaits you in the 4th, 5th, and 7th dimensions. Today, we'll drag your body from the 0th dimension to the 7th, where the human brain simply
0 dimension
shuts down.
Okay, cool.
One important note before we go further, the higher we climb, the more
This guy is like a white Neil deGrasse Tyson for the in the space community.
we'll use dimensions as a metaphor to visualize levels of reality that we cannot as a metaphor to the higher we climb, the more we'll use dimensions as a metaphor to visualize levels of reality that we cannot see directly. But first, the basics. What exactly is a dimension? Forget about portals and magical realms. In the simplest sense, a dimension
I can't answer this question. I can't.
is an independent direction or a degree of freedom used to define an object's position. Rene Descartes
Oh shit, man.
gave us a convenient language
Rene
for this in the 17th century through the coordinate system. When we fall to the very bottom
coordinate system.
into the 0th dimension, you have exactly 0 directions to move.
Oh yeah, that means that when you move up to one direction, you have like 1 direction to move. Is that so?
Forcefully squeeze a body into the 0th dimension, no shape remains, only a coordinate, a mathematical point with no size.
It's like a dot, right? It's like a dot.
In such a world,
tiny dot.
there's no space to move, and the very idea of moving loses its meaning. Absolute claustrophobia. You seemingly exist, but to the rest of the universe, you simply don't exist.
Fuck!
Let's take a step up to the 1st
You simply exist, but for the rest of the universe, you don't exist.
dimension. We are granted exactly 1 degree of freedom. You become an infinitely thin line. Now you have length, and you can only move forward or backward, and that's it.
That's better. That's the 1st dimension, right?
You can't turn around or bypass an obstacle. If someone else appears on this axis in front of you,
It's like playing a very simple game.
you are simply stuck forever. The concepts of up or sideways simply don't exist here. You aren't just stuck on a line. You have become a creature for whom any obstacle is the end of the universe.
The end of the universe. Do you guys know anything about multi-dimension? I mean,
We take
the
this
4th and 5th
line
dimension.
and stretch it at a 90 degrees. We take this line and stretch it at a 90-degree angle. Welcome to the 2nd dimension, the plane. You now have length and width. Your
I heard this before.
entire world looks like a drawing on a piece of paper. But the most interesting part here is how you perceive this world.
Can you move around in the plane?
In 1884, mathematician Edwin A. Abbott gave us a useful way to picture this. For simplicity's sake, remember this main rule. A creature usually perceives the world through projections and cross-sections, 1 dimension lower than itself. If a 2D character on paper looks at a drawn circle, they won't see a circle. Imagine putting your right
I don't understand. I have no clue what the fuck he's talking about.
eye at the level of a
I wanna be
table
honest.
surface and looking at a coin lying flat
My
from
brain's
the
not
side. You won't see a round shape. You will see merely a flat horizontal line. In a flat world, absolutely everything looks like line segments of varying length.
Too old to understand? Yeah, that's right.
To
He's old too, but he understands, man. What do you mean?
understand that what lies ahead is indeed a
Do you understand what he's talking about?
circle and not a square. A flat creature would have
At least this is a real reaction.
to physically walk around its perimeter. Only then could it understand the object's true shape. If this
Prehistoric
2D
fossil.
character draws a square house around itself, it will be absolutely safe from other flat beings. To them, it has disappeared behind a wall. But we, beings from a 3D world, look at this piece of paper from above. We see everything simultaneously, the walls of the flat house and the character
I think I understand.
inside it. We can simply lower a finger from our third dimension and touch the character.
I mean, he's saying he's looking from 3 dimension to 2 dimension, is it? Like you're touching a piece of paper, is this?
Without breaking the walls. Your house might be a fortress against your neighbors, but it's an open box to a being.
So playing Minecraft is like 2 dimension, but slightly better, is it? I don't know. Or 3 dimension, 2.5 dimension maybe.
From above. Keep this paradox in mind. We'll need it shortly. Let's pull this plane upward at a 90-degree angle. Enter our cozy 3-dimensional world. Physicist
All right, now we enter the 3-dimensional, guys.
Paul Ehrenfest demonstrated that if there were
Oh, you kind of look like Kayo.
3-dimensional world. Physicist Paul Ehrenfest
Paul Ehrenfest? Fast. Yeah.
that if there were more than 3 spatial dimensions, the familiar laws of gravity would change so drastically that stable planetary orbits and atoms would become impossible. Here, depth appears, but due to that very rule of vision, we live in a total illusion.
What's the rule of vision?
Strictly speaking, our eyes do not receive a
Someone is a new update and you're still playing Yumi.
ready-made 3D
What's Yumi? Never heard about this game before. Probably a game for the old people.
picture. A flat 2D
Yumi?
image falls onto the retina, and the brain reconstructs the sensation of depth using cues, the disparity between our eyes, perspective, and shadows. You see a closed safe, but you don't see what's inside. Look at your monitor. You can't see what's behind it until you walk
Alright, that's the simplest explanation that he can give.
around it. In a 3D world, we only see the outer shells of things. To see
Outer shells of thing. Oh yeah. So we can't see the soul? Is it in the 3D world?
the inside,
Does it mean that soul is not real? Soul doesn't exist in the 3D world?
we must break the shape.
Uh-huh.
And now,
We must break the shape.
let's step into the 4th dimension.
So if you have now we're stepping into the 4th dimension and now you can see through what is behind the shape or
We add another coordinate independent of the 3 spatial ones. We can't display it on a screen as a normal direction, but in physics, time often plays the role of this coordinate.
Yeah.
In 1908, Hermann Minkowski proposed viewing space and time as a single unified structure. In 4D, time ceases to be an abstract flow. The easiest way to grasp this is
right. I'm yawning because I can't understand.
through the timeline in video editing software.
Oh, this is a good analogy. Finally, something that I understand. You know, yeah. It's like you're making God, right? When you're editing a video, like you're manipulating the 2D dimension. So when you're in the 4D world, you can manipulate the 3D dimension too. But I don't know what ways you can manipulate that. Like play God, something like that.
The viewer
You're basically playing God though. You're basically playing God when you're editing a video in a 3D world and put out some content in 2D.
watches the video frame by frame, while the creator sees the whole strip of the video laid out on the screen at once. A 4D looks at our 3-dimensional
Super Chinese
universe
name?
exactly the same way we looked at that
Wow,
flat
man,
piece
I'm
of
gonna dox people. I lock in 40.
paper. It sees everything all at once. If a
He might be a multi-billionaire and he has everything to lose, man. You never know, right? Random people on the internet, they have so much time to watch stream, they're either extremely unemployed or they're extremely wealthy. There's no in between.
A 4D being can interact with different segments of time, it doesn't need to break open the safe today. It simply reaches back to the moment yesterday when the door was open. To you, trapped in the now,
Oh, so in the 4D world, you can see through the object?
the object will simply vanish from the locked
Shut
safe.
up, doctor.
So what happens to your body? You're no longer a human living life second by second. Since time is now a physical direction,
Oh, it's like how do I say this? If you are living in a 3D world, right? If you're living in a 3D world, that means you don't live in a 2D world. What am I saying? I sounds like I'm tripping. You don't live in the world where it's like Mr. Beast, as well as he want to let you believe that he's in his content, right? But technically, Mr. Beast is not in his content. Yeah, I'm still having migraine now. So
your body is permanently stretched along it. Imagine a giant, continuous space-time worm.
All right, now we got a space-time worm. Okay, our space-time worm. So if you're in the 4D world, you can kind of manipulate like space and time. A 4D human is not a many separate moments, but one continuous being extended throughout space and time. It's like a memory, right? Your memory could get changed. So that means like in the 4D world, your memory can change. It's a continuous.
Made up of millions of your copies. Okay. At one end of this structure is a baby being born. Further along, this long body rises through space. Here it is walking to school. Here it is sitting on a chair right now. And finally, it ends as an old person taking their last breath. In 4D, there's no past or future. There is no movement. There's
no past or future. Everything is like a continuous. So you that means that you can change your memory. You can, I don't know, man, become a better person, or just go back and change who you are, or change who you are in the future. Something like that. This is why for me, right, I don't like to live in the past. I always move on, even though I make some huge mistake from times to times, right? I think if I keep moving forward, nothing can really like stop me, and nothing else really matter that much. We're all gonna die one day, so why live in the past, right? I'll once in a while revisit the past if I get something good out of it, some good memory, and that's it. But I don't like to dwell in the past, though. That's me. Yeah, I live in the 4D. I live in the 4th-dimensional, babe.
This giant frozen monolith of your life from beginning to end. To a 4-dimensional being, your life is not a story. It is an object.
Your life is not a story. It is an object?
But the 4D monolith...
Okay, I can't understand this line.
...is just one rigidly fixed line. Let's take a step into the 5th dimension. And here we transition from strict geometry into a convenient pop-sci metaphor. What could the next direction be after time? Possibly.
After time and space, that's what? Extraterrestrial being?
The axis of alternative outcomes. In quantum mechanics, this is Hugh Everett's many...
Oh, okay, one simple question to ask when you're talking about quantum mechanics, right? Like quantum physics, maybe. If there's a tree that's collapsing in the middle of a forest, but you don't see it, does the tree really collapse there? Or no? I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of related to our psychic too in some sense. If you don't look at the negativity, does it still really exist? If you do not care about the drama stuff, the negativity in your life, right? You always look at the positive, and you always, you manifesting the positivity only. I read The Secret like long times ago, and I kind of believe that. Actually. If you don't look at the negativity, it technically don't exist. I might feel bad sometimes where I really know that there's some war, there's some mass destruction that's going on at the other side of the world, right? But do I really care? Actually, no. So I feel a little bit bad sometimes, but not so bad. So
world's interpretation. In 4D, you had only one destiny. But if we imagine
in 4D you have one destiny,
every event and every choice is a crossroads, then in the 5th dimension,
it's like your girlfriend or your husband is cheating on you, right? If you just move on immediately and you stop contacting the motherfucker, and you find a new spouse immediately, right? And you start a new relationship immediately, does it really matter? Does it still really matter in the, I don't know, man, in your dimension? Probably no, right? Yeah, you walk into a new time and space where you create a fun memory with your new fiance or some shit, yeah?
Temporal worm splits in two at the moment of every outcome.
What's he talking about? 5D multiversal fractal tree.
Again and again. Your body in 5D turns into a colossal, infinitely branching fractal.
Infinitely branching fractal?
A massive tree, as it were. A perfect example of how this feels is the video game
But if you get fired by your boss, technically you lose your paycheck and you won't have money in your bank account. And you'll feel the hunger. The hunger is real and you'll go homeless. So In the 4D world, you can't really, maybe, I mean, you still need to keep your job, no matter what world you are in. Yep.
Alters.
We are not Doctor Strange.
Where every new clone at the base is you,
What the fuck am I talking about?
taken an alternate branch. For the massive narrative flowcharts in games like Detroit Become Human.
Oh, this game is fun. One of the best games I ever played, man. This game is so good.
Here, the branch where you become a millionaire.
Actually, the protagonist in Detroit Becoming Human is actually a real Hollywood star.
The branch
he's like a black activist too.
You're never born at all. In the branch where you're watching this video right now, all exist simultaneously. For a 5-dimensional being, there's no concept of fate or inevitability.
5-dimensional being?
It sees this entire
It's like we are in an alternative universe where all possibility could lead to every single other possibility too. Are we venturing into the territory already? My brain is hurting.
Of your lives as a single whole.
Jesus, I want to play the new Life is Strange game. One of my favorite game besides BioShock though, Life is Strange. Is you can just the vibe of that game is just so good.
You're no longer one person. You are an entire forest of all the people you could have become. Moreover, to it, these alternate realities are not separate worlds. They're simply different directions in space. But even this...
Oh, what the hell? They are not separate worlds? That means if you're in the 5D world, all reality matter, so they all coexist?
Infinite fractal of lives is constrained by the laws of our physics. So we collapse your entire giant tree of probabilities back into a single point.
Yeah, I would like to have this kind of bedtime story by him. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna sleep so well.
Pull another perpendicular axis out of it. Welcome to the 6th dimension.
What? 5D probability.
Axis out.
All right. Okay. Sure. He's using the notes and their. Yeah. I don't know how. My brain hurt. My brain hurt, guys. I can't comprehend this.
Out of it. Welcome to the 6th dimension.
60.
In some versions of string theory, entire landscapes of possible universes emerge. For this video, we can picture it as the next level. No longer different destinies within the same physics, but entirely different physics altogether. Here lie universes.
What? You got a new physics in 6D?
With completely different fundamental constants. Worlds where gravity is 1,000 times stronger. Worlds where the speed...
Gravity is 1,000 times stronger. If... Oh, wow. That means I can jump to the other planet easily? Or not? Or it's the other way around? My brain hurt. What the fuck can you do with 1,000x like more gravity? That's an important question to ask, guys. Yeah, what do you guys think you can do? 1,000 times gravity? Maybe I can go to my treadmill more easily. I mean, yeah. This all right. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Light is different. In worlds where atoms fundamentally...
I'll just quick lifting because it's so heavy. This is corny.
Together.
This is cringe.
And at this stage, the concept of anatomy simply loses its meaning. A body is only possible where the right laws exist, such as the right chemistry, stable bonds...
Neuroplasticity, and
enough time for processes to unfold. In the 6th dimension, nothing is left of your body. You're no longer human. You're no longer a branching worm. You become pure information.
Pure information? Oh God.
An abstract mathematical structure that links the concept of your existence across all possible variants of physical laws.
We go back to the one, like the collective consciousness that's mentioned by Jung. I can't remind me of that.
To reach the 7th dimension,
we
take this entire infinite network of 60 universes with different laws of physics, collapse it into
60 universe and combining their laws of physics
to a single point, and we stop. The 7th dimension.
And we create another big bang.
In this scenario is no longer a specific physical axis, but a final metaphor. the space of all logically possible realities. Let me say that again. The space of all logical possible realities. In the seventh dimension, the very concept of existence,
the space of all possible reality,
or an event loses its meaning. This space, existence, realities. In the seventh dimension, the very concept of existence or an event loses its meaning. This space,
so what has meaning in 70,
contains absolutely everything simultaneously. All possible variants of universes, all conceivable and inconceivable
I feel like he's a bit high.
laws of physics,
I'm
all
high.
timelines from the beginning to the end of time.
All right, I need to take some DMT to understand this. Some mushroom?
There is no action here. Action requires change, and change requires familiar time. But
Action requires change, and change requires familiar time. All
in
right.
7D, nothing is created.
Somebody just disrupted your 3D space.
You know what? I'm in the middle of recording. Can I call you back in a few minutes?
Yeah, you're gonna disrupt my explanation of the 7D.
Okay, bye.
What a sexy voice, damn.
But in 7D,
I want to call her daddy. Call him.
nothing is created and nothing disappears because everything that could logically exist is already permanently.
Everything that could possibly exist is already permanently coexist in that time and space. That's the way you talk. Yeah, you're gonna become a scientific educator. You have to talk like that.
Locked into this structure. It's not a process, absolute, infinite, frozen map of everything. It's not just a library of books. It is a library of all possible alphabets, all languages, all stories, and all laws by which those stories could be written. So, why don't we go further?
I want to go there.
Because at this stage, human logic reaches its limit. The mathematics of string theory allow us to
So 80?
calculate the 8th, 10th, and 11th dimensions, but there, these axes represent microscopic curled up spaces. Describing them in macroscopic terms is physically impossible. Our brains evolved to hide from predators in a three-dimensional world, not to comprehend
Our brain is so far backward.
absolute
How the far are we gonna comprehend like 8-dimensional when we still got the like firefighter like mechanism in our body?
infinity.
Like we still got adrenaline rush, that kind of shit.
So, let's come back.
And we're constantly looking to, avoid that predator and stay away from bad stuff. And this is how we get meal in the YouTube algorithm, right? Yep. How we get clickbait.
Exhale and look around. The walls of your room are solid again. Your time moves only forward, and everything inside the closed safe or behind your back remains a mystery to you because you only see the flat 2D shell of things. We live in a very narrow, limited, but perfectly balanced geometric incubator. Enjoy this 3D illusion. And before your temporal worm reaches its end, subscribe to the channel.
Temporary warm. Well, this guy got some space tricks. So, subscribe, guys. Subscribe.